Up to the podium, please.
Yeah, right behind that.
Come on, Jack, Your Honor.
Pardon me? The next will be Christopher Langelier. Full name, date of birth, please.
Dimitri Barish.
All right, you, sir, are on felony probation here in Maricopa County, and they contend you violated conditions of conditions of probation, and they issued a warrant for your arrest on January 31st of this year with a $250 bond. Your next court date now will be August 30th at 8:30, Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Do you have the orders of release, officer? There you go. Okay. All right, there you go. You can just take that back into the room. Dimitri,
Yeah.
just take that back and have a seat in there. All right, Christopher, and then it will be Angel Saavedra.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Full name, date of birth.
Christopher Robert Langelier.
Date of birth? All right, you, sir, are here because you were arrested earlier today, charged with a form of shoplifting, Class 4 felony, and burglary, a Class 4 felony. The Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. A $500 secured appearance bond is set on your new case. Your next court date will be August 30th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. You were on felony probation on 2 separate felony convictions in Maricopa County when this occurred, and your probation officer has requested that a hold be placed on you. A $250 bond is set in each of those probation violation matters. Next court date, August 30th at 8:30, Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Yeah, there's your order. Everything I told you printed on that order, okay? There you go. Angel Saavedra, and then it'll be Tyrone Walker. There he is. Full name, date of birth?
Angel Saavedra.
Okay, Mr. Saavedra, you are on felony probation in Maricopa County. They believe that you violated conditions of probation on August 22nd. A warrant for your arrest was issued with a $250 bond. Your next court date will be August 30th at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. And he has your order right here. Tyrone Walker, and then it'll be Connor Basel. Full name, date of birth.
Tyrone Walker, 6.
All right, Mr. Walker, you're on felony probation here in Maricopa County. They contend you violated conditions of probation on August 14th. A warrant for your arrest was issued with a $250 bond. Next court date, August 30th at 8:30 at your revocation arraignment hearing in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. And he's got your order right here. Basel Connor, or Connor Basel rather, and then it'll be Carlos Lopez.
Connor Basel.
Okay, you are on felony probation here in Maricopa County. They allege that you violated conditions of probation, and on August 8th, a warrant for your arrest was issued with a $250 bond. Next court date will be August 30th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. Carlos Lopez, and then it'll be Azaria Rahman. Full name, date of birth?
Carlos Lopez, 3.
All right, Mr. Lopez, you were convicted of possession of narcotic drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 2 felon, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6. You were to be sentenced on February 28th. When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $5,000 bond. Your next court date now is September 4th at 8:30.
Your Honor, is there any way, would I tell you, or, because of what happened, why I didn't show up?
If this was to occur in February, if you didn't show up for some good reason, I'm the last person in the world you should have told. You should have an attorney.
No, I told my attorney and everything.
Well, okay. This is what, 8 months?
It was my mother passed away.
Well, okay, and that happens. Now, who knew that?
My lawyer knew that. I mean, nobody knew it.
Well, nobody knew that unless you told them in the judicial
I told my
system.
lawyer.
Okay, did he,
All she told me
All
was,
right, listen,
fine.
I don't know what else to tell you except we don't hold trials on, what happened here when somebody couldn't show up. If they show up in a body cast and tell me that they've been in the hospital for a month, I believe them. But okay, so you just contact your attorney again. You contact your attorney and tell him or her that, hey, look what happened to me. 8 months after I supposed to show up,
8 months.
you must have had a very long funeral procession or something. Anyway, there you go.
So, no bond?
Yeah, $5,000. I affirmed the amount of the bond that the judge you were to be sentenced by when you didn't show up set.
Okay, I have more question though.
Yeah.
Will I see the same judge again when I'm being sentenced, or?
I don't, probably if that same judge is doing, criminal work like that, they rotate them every 3 or 4 years to take different kinds of cases, civil cases, family law cases. I don't really know what to tell you.
I have one more question though.
Yeah.
Because I also have a court date that same day, in Glendale.
Well, you're gonna miss it probably
Oh.
unless you bail out, but the thing
Oh.
is, if you tell the problem is, if you're in custody, we have responsibility for making sure you make your court appearances
Yeah.
on matters that we set. What
Okay,
you
yeah,
can
because I
do
came from
is
Glendale.
You can call the court, they call Glendale, the court that you're supposed to be in, explain to them what happened, and they can confirm that. Get
Okay.
you another day. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, all right, Arazia Rahman, and then it will be Andrew Grant. Full name, date of birth, please. Pardon me? And your full name.
Rosario Abdurrahman.
All right, you were arrested earlier today, and charged with the following offenses: aggravated assault, adult upon a minor, a Class 2 felony, criminal damage by defacement, a Class 6 felony, and assault with intent to injure, a misdemeanor. Public defender's office appointed to represent you. A secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500 has been set. Conditions of your release include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or initiating contact with the victims or witnesses, and if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. Your next court date will be August 30th at 8:30, Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And there's your order. All right, Andrew Grant, and then it will be Jonathan Chumley. Full name, date of birth?
Andrew Grant, 6.
All right, Mr. Grant, you've got warrants here from 4 different courts. Flagstaff Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest when you didn't show up on 2 counts of aggravated driving while under the influence, Class 4 felonies. This warrant was issued on June 28th with a $25,000 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be Flagstaff Justice Court, August 28th at 8:30. Then, out of Desert Ridge Justice Court, you were charged and cited for criminal littering. You were to make a court appearance in October of 2022. When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $250 bond. The next court date will be August 28th at 8:30. And anytime there's a conflict on dates in different courts. It's not your responsibility to correct them. It's our responsibility to make sure that accommodations have been made in your situation, because you can't be two places at once. All right, and that was $250 bond, Desert Ridge, next court date, August 28th. Now, let me see, out of Peoria Municipal Court, you were cited for excessive speed. This warrant was issued on January 9th of 2022. When you didn't show up, a $700 bond was set. Your next court date in that matter will be in Peoria Municipal Court, August 27th at 9 a.m. And then the reason you're here today, or tonight, is you were arrested earlier today and charged with burglary, a Class 4 felony, and criminal trespass, a misdemeanor. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. A $250 bond is set in your new case. Next court date, August 30th at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. And, yeah, I'm all through. Go ahead.
That's it. So I got one question. What bonds do I have to pay to get out of this court?
Well,
Or do I have to pay
what do you
all
mean
of
for Superior Court? You've got everything I've told you has a different release order.
Yeah.
Okay, the different courts you've got let's see, Flagstaff Justice Court, Desert Ridge Justice Court, Hacienda Justice Court, Peoria Municipal Court. Each one you can see the amount of bond on it. All right.
Okay.
There you go.